Hey, what's up, family? Although I struggle with this at times, I want to encourage you to forgive, work on forgiveness, because with my personal experience and decisions of holding on at all, but definitely holding on too long, it keeps me where I am and not progressing in the direction of my future where God is trying to take me. We think when we are holding a grudge against someone that is hurting them, and for those who are close to us, when we hold grudges, usually that comes with attitude, that comes with being rude, that comes with anger, frustration, lack of patience. It comes with a lot of hurtful things. So yes, we are hurting them to a certain degree, which we can't minimize that, but ultimately we're also hurting ourselves. Because if we're holding on to what happened yesterday, we're stuck in yesterday. If we're holding on what happened yesterday, that means that same emotion, we still holding on to that as well. And the devil know how to magnify that with the thoughts, the reminders, and those emotions begin to fester and fester and fester. And it makes it harder to forgive because we're already there anyway. Now, because these emotions has festered, it's grabbing a hold of us in such a way to where it's consuming us. It's controlling us to where, like, you know what, we begin to despise that person. We begin to feel ill and resent that person. Well, the Bible says that God is love. That's not been a reflection of who our Father is when we're choosing not to forgive. He said, if how can you expect me to forgive you for the things that you've done if you do not forgive your brothers and sisters? Like, we go to him and ask for forgiveness as we should. But how do we truly expect him to forgive us if we mad at our wife, at our husband, our mother, dad, our our son, daughter, our cousin, whoever? How how can we expect those things? So I want to encourage you and encourage us to start with being willing to let it go. Start with being willing to forgive. Start with saying that person's name to yourself, saying it out loud when it's just you, and saying, I forgive you. You don't feel that in your heart, but you prepare your heart to soften and to finally let go of it, and then to be able to forgive them. Start there, because as long as we're holding on to the past, we're holding on and we stand here. God is trying to advance us. He wants to excel us. He wants to take us to such heights that only he can get us through. It said no man can open any doors that I can. So we want to stay here. It's misery. You say you want to move forward, but we choosing to hold on. We're making a choice to stay here. Let's move forward. Be willing to let go a little sooner. Be willing to be a little more forgiving. Like relieve ourselves of that weight that's sitting on our heart, that got our chest so tight, and we stressing and we're angry, we becoming bitter. It's hurting us in more ways than it's hurting them. When they feel the impact of it to some degree, it's hurting us more in more ways than we can ever imagine. Don't wait until a funeral of that person who you're holding on a grudge to. Be like, man, I wish I would have just called him. I wish I would have just let go, because oftentimes, as again, personal experience, like when we lose that person that we're holding these things against, we reflect back on why didn't I call them, or why was I holding on to that, or what is that thing that I held against them. And it's like, it wasn't even worth it. Don't wait until then. Pick up that phone, shoot a text, go see them, and let them know, you know what, regardless of what happened, I forgive you. Or be the better person, like, I don't know what I did, but you know what, if I did anything, I apologize. You know what I mean? Let that person know that I forgive you for whatever it is that you did, regardless of the situation. Like, we bigger than that. Like, we're more mature than that. Like, our love that we once had, that we once shared, was much more stronger than that. Let's let that go. Let's bury the hatchet. Let's move forward, because it's not worth it. Remember the good times we had? Yeah, there were bad times, but it's the good times that we had. We've thrown that away. We may not never have that again because of what happened. But what we're gonna do is today, we're gonna dap up, we're gonna hug, and we're gonna walk this thing out together in forgiveness. And let you know, although it may not be the same, I'm no longer holding a grudge against you. I'm no longer holding what happened remain between us. But always know, no matter what happened, and no matter what the future looks like, you got my number. If I can, I got you. If I can, I will. Don't hesitate to call, even if it's just to say what's up. I'm here for you. I got your back. Let it go. Forgive and move forward into the future, the future life that God is waiting to give to you. Walk it out. Let's do it. Let's go. Much love.